It was a day of death, destruction, and wild weather at Lake Tahoe, like many locals have never seen, as the cleanup and search efforts continue today, and we've compiled some must see pictures and video. I'm Steve Harness with the Tahoe Mountain Media local news update, brought to you by our friends at the locally owned and operated Cutting Edge Hair Cutting and Salon. Now, before we get into this news, please subscribe to our page right here so you always see our updates 24/7. So yesterday, Saturday, June 21st, will go down in Tahoe history and infamy for the events that unfolded. Now, we've seen windy days at the lake where people can surf on the waves, but in my 20 years of living and working in Tahoe, I've never seen anything like this, and I've heard that sentiment today from many other longtime locals. Due to the extreme winds and the red flag warning, the waters on Tahoe turned dangerous and deadly, with boats all around the lake getting damaged, washed ashore, or capsized in the open waters of Big Blue, as wave heights were reported to have reached 8 feet. The El Dorado County Sheriff's Office reported that just before 5 p.m. last night, this boat capsized near D.L. Bliss State Park on the West Shore with 10 people on board. First responders were there immediately. 2 people were rescued, but tragically, 6 deceased adults were recovered from the waters. 2 are still missing, and although search operations will continue today, they are, of course, feared to be dead. None of the identities have been released until their families can be notified. Now, the winds have died down today, and the basin is no longer under a red flag warning, but the cleanup efforts will continue for the foreseeable future. There's a lot of damage to be cleaned up. And while all of this was happening at lake level, here was the scene at Palisades, Tahoe, as it was snowing on the second day of summer at the upper elevations. Unbelievable. The wild weather forced the cancellation of the Broken Arrow 46K race. This local news update is brought to you by our friends at the all-new Cutting Edge Hair Cutting and Salon in the King's Trading Post next to Overland Meco here on the South Shore. Longtime locals have started this business. Walk-ins are welcome. You can book online at cuttingedgetahoe.com. That's cuttingedgetahoe.com. And to find out more about us, go to tahoemountainmedia.com and definitely follow our page right here. Hit subscribe so you always see our updates 24/7, whether it's news, entertainment, or anything else happening at Lake Tahoe. For TMM, I'm Steve Harness.